What's up, Seth? Yeah, it already looks a little crisper now by dropping it down to the 30 frames for at least recording use. So we're gonna roll with this for a while, see if it makes anything worse or better. You know, I guess I was just... Yeah, it seems like we were having some issues with it getting kind of fugly on us again. You know, we didn't change anything from last night's stream right out of the gate. But I did turn it back down to the 30 frames a second just to see if maybe that helps or not. Hopefully it does. But as you can see, we have issues going, but we got the chat on screen again. So, like, this game is, I guess, my issues right now. My issues, not the game, my issues are being very bipolar towards us. They're not really sure when they want to discombobulate, but then they do. It just seems to be that, like I said, it just rears its ugly head every now and then, and that's just that, I guess. Wrong button. Oh, that sucks. Like, that really sucks. But it'll be back, though, so I guess it's not, like, the end of the world. You know, we got a good play session in today. Maybe not as long as I wanted, but, you know, we got the jam, so that's good, that's good. See, I'm very curious to know if, when they bring it back next week, if it'll be any different or not. I think that'll be sort of an interesting thing to see if they maybe switch it up a little more or not. Oh, I'm not gonna bother to uninstall it until the game actually drops itself. You know, because I remember when Gears of War 3 had their beta or their demo or whatever, and they're like, it ends on this day, but they secretly kept the servers open. So Twink and I played it for a few more days after the end of it because they were just like, whatever, let people play. Which I thought was pretty sweet. Oh, rip. Oh, there we go. You know, I can't lie though, like having the couple of issues we've had as of late with the streaming thingies that kind of keep continually springing up and stuff, it sadly is making me want to itch more just to get like a little better desktop, but I know I have other things to worry about right now in terms of purchases. Because I would love to be able to like stream Anthem. Like I said, I thought that game was great. I think it's going to be good. Like I was saying on last night's Borderlands stream, I really think the Anthem is going to be sweet. You know, I think we finally got that one kind of talked down. Potentially. I might have to still work on that one just a little bit, but And like, I can't lie, you know, that thing was, it was pretty adorable. So it's hard for me to kind of go, well, I wouldn't want it, because I know for a fact I'd enjoy it too. So like, it's not necessarily just for her, but I sure can keep spinning it that way. And then warning now, and I'll have it throughout the course of the week as well. I'm not going to stream next Sunday because I want to watch the Super Bowl, and I really don't feel like trying to butt heads with the Super Bowl. I feel like that's just a waste of time and a bad move on my part. So next Sunday there will be no stream on this channel unless something weird happens. Just so everyone knows ahead of time. Now we beat this because we got Master Chief's gun. Wait, what? There's gonna be more guys? I guess so. Huh. Very interesting that we have to fight him again. But we'll do it because we have to. Did anybody catch the results of the SCG? Like what deck won by any chance? Bug won? Okay. I know I was reading some of the SCG interviews from the players, and one of the guys was like, you know, if you were going to change this deck going forward, you know, what would you change? And he's just like, I'd be more prepared for Bug, and I feel like next week I'll be playing Bug. And it was like, well, that sort of seals it up that this dude just top-8'd, and he's already saying, like, his deck is already invalidated. Like, that's insane. That shouldn't happen. Dude, how much health you got, dog? Like, for real? That's okay. I think we should get up. Oh, yeah. That's weird that he came back, though, because I feel like we just killed him. I guess McChief or whatever isn't really, Master Chef isn't really a part of the boss storyline, if you will. Yeah. Well, a lot of people were just saying, like, you know, Bug going forward looks to be really strong. What do our grenades do now? 83 that just explode, huh? I think we'll roll with that. I guess that's good enough. But he didn't drop another weird alien gun, which kind of sucks. Again, for our beer of the night, for people who missed it earlier, we're drinking some Tecate tonight. We wanted to try something a little different, so we ended up getting a 12-pack Tecate just because sometimes you got to lower your standards to increase your moral values. Pretty much since moving back to California, all we've been drinking is craft beer. So it's very interesting to sort of go back to something a little different, for better or for worse. No, you know what? We're just gonna start selling crap because I don't care anymore. The money is more relevant. The guns are dookie. If we keep one with all the names, we're never gonna have room at some point to legitimately get loot. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yo. Let's just make room for actual stuff we may use. And somehow, along the way, we goofed up and we destroyed our playthrough because we no longer have the wee super booster shield. I messed up somewhere. Really? Like even the alien gun we found this time was way weaker. Nice.
If you need healing, step right up.
Um, that's what I do. I find it so weird how many reviews against Anthem don't feel like the keyboard and mouse felt fine. Like I had no issues with it. I honestly thought it felt really good. Um, you know, maybe it's just me, but I thought they felt just fine. I had no problems with them. Like I said, I don't think I'd play that game any other way at this point.
There's oil everywhere.
And we didn't spend that much time with Anthem either. I think I put 2 hours into it, which is pretty much, I think, what we played today. I wonder if Sparkle Chick's in here, because she's normally here almost every time. Normally she throws me a hello right away, so if she is in here, she didn't say nothing yet. Sadness. Oh yeah. Like in terms of time, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, I beat it at least with every character once. Um, my buddy and I played it for, what was it, Xbox 360. And then we also went through it once with True Vault Hunter mode, and we also beat all the DLCs on it. So we put a good chunk of time into it. I don't have an absolute like time frame for it, but I do know that we put a ton of time into Borderlands 2. Excuse me? I didn't find the thing yet. What you talking about, game? For some reason, I prefer Borderlands 1 more. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a little more familiar feeling for me. But I really just like, I don't know. What's your favorite Borderlands character? That's a question I like to ask people. You know, I swear I did not get that repair kit yet, but we'll see. Maybe I did and the game's bugging out. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. But we put a lot of time into Borderlands 2 for sure. I will say that Borderlands 2 definitely had the best DLC. I loved just about every expansion for that thing. The Hammerlock one was great. The oh, okay. So if it's from Borderlands 1, that'd be Roland, and if it's number 2, that would be Axton. See, I think like for solo playthroughs, I love the Soldier just because having the extra gun on the battlefield can definitely be a big help. But I mean, for me, I really loved Brick, and from number 2, I really loved Salvador. I felt Salvador's abilities were maybe a little OP, just because he had the ammo regeneration and all that stuff. And then my buddy always went with either Lilith or the other one that could phase walk. I can't think of her name. Or not phase walk, but she had a phase ability. I'm gonna try to find this repair kit before we talk to Tannis. Especially because I'm pretty sure the Tannis mission is a story mission, so if I can try to, I guess, evade that if possible, I'd like to try to do that. But no, accident was good stuff. I think one of the knocks against him was that number 2, for some reason, the assault rifles didn't feel overly powerful, and because he had some skills that dealt with assault rifles, I feel like that may have toned his character back a little bit. But just having the extra body on the battlefield is always good. I'm really excited. The reason why we're actually going through Borderlands 1, because I've had some people jump in and ask me lately, because I know the game is a little older now. One, not everybody has played Borderlands, though I feel like a lot of people should definitely give it a try if you haven't yet, just because it's a great game to play alone. It's a great game to play with friends. And one of the really big draws for me is that I love the looter shooter concept. I love first person shooters, so this game for me just satisfies so many markets of game styles for me. There we go. I do believe Borderlands 2 is probably the better Borderlands. But what I want to try to do on the channel here, because the excitement of Borderlands 3 hopefully coming out within a year or so here, fingers crossed, is I'd like to play through Borderlands 1. I want to do all the DLC on that and stuff. And then after that, if it goes well and people like the Borderlands gameplay or the playthroughs, continue and go to do Borderlands 2. If that goes well, I would like to go through the pre-sequel, and maybe for Borderlands 2, I would drag one of my friends with me to play along as well.
Oh yeah, well,
We ended up spending so much time on this game that, like, this playthrough for me doesn't necessarily feel fresh, but I love the fact that it feels just like a perfect, like a glove. I absolutely loved Borderlands as a franchise when it came out. For me, it was such a breath of fresh air. It was incredible that a game could come out and just like wow my friends and I, you know. And I think that Borderlands did a lot of stuff right. You know, I feel like they kind of came out in a golden age of games where there's a whole bunch of really sweet games, and I think Borderlands was able to keep itself head and shoulders above other games, and show that, you know, you can do something different. Yeah, I know a lot of people weren't fans of the cel shaded graphics. Personally, I love the graphics for this game. I feel like, I don't want to say they're timeless, but like, it definitely adds, it adds to it. You know, it doesn't look like most other games. It doesn't feel like most other games, which is really, really good. You know, the game is funny. The characters are all unique feeling. And that's why I love the series as much as I do. Oops, wrong button. I will say though that I do wish that this game maybe had a little more story to it. I found that the ending a little lacking, a little underwhelming. But you know, I'll say flat out, like I said, I think number 2 is the much better Borderlands. Personally though, I do prefer 1. Maybe it's just the memories I had with it. When this game came out, it was a good time for me and my friends. We were able to play a lot more games. You know, at that time we didn't have girlfriends, we didn't have necessarily regular 9-to-5 jobs, so we had so much free time that we would do our stuff during the week, and then all weekend we would just I told you. Sorry, one of the guys in the chat is talking Anthem with me. Him and I are planning to play through it, so we were bumming around on the demo and oh, these dudes are gonna get wrecked. Or not. Oh. Yeah, we bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And yes, I'm very aware there's a button to hover. That's all I've played with so far. Why? How do you have to hover on keyboard and mouse? Oh, we got up. What? Wow. That's pretty insane how quickly we mowed through those gentlemen. Alright, so we're just going to quickly go through some loot here, dump off some crap that's worth literally nothing, just to open up space for stuff that we can. Normally the golden rule of thumb is a certain point in the game, which is about now. Just about anything under 2,000 is absolute trash. Wow, some of these mods are bananas expensive. You know, 26, well that's not that big. So it turns out we actually have a lot of stuff worth a lot of money. So I guess we've dumped everything we could. Now it's the race to find a box so we can sell some stuff off and continue our looting ways. And then for anyone just tuning in, we are currently doing Borderlands 1 playthrough every Saturday and Sunday. Monday we do Magic Arena. Tuesdays we do some Hearthstone. So if that is stuff that you are interested in, you know, follow the channel just because maybe you like those things. You know, start doing this here. And for anybody who is following and may or may not have subscribed, if you have Twitch Prime, you get a free, I want to actually see what I have before I sell these. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to a Twitch Prime subscription every month. If you haven't renewed and you may or may not have expired, I recommend you look into that. Because you do have to renew it every month. Now back to your regularly scheduled Borderlands action. I know we're getting shot. I'm not really worried about it right now. We can phase walk out of harm's way if we have an issue. Oh, hey, it's those things again. That was a good grenade right there. Yeah, we gotta learn that, like, our sniper gun is our gun. Even though our character class doesn't necessarily deal with it, that's okay. I forgot where those guys crit from. I want to say it was their face. I could be wrong. Well, whatever. We took it. Wow, that was a lot of experience too. Okay. And we're also letting the chat dictate where our skill points go. There is a rule to that though. We always put the skill point in until we hit 5 before we go to the next one. Just so we don't have some weird Frankenstein build where we just do a whole bunch of nothing. Because sometimes this game can be a little hard. Just a little bit. For the most part too, we're also not looking at weapons and stuff before we sell them. We are just getting rid of them because most of our weapons that we have right now are quite strong. Damn. There we go. There we go. Ah. There we go. Ah. There we go. Oh, we're even going the right way. Yeah, I was about to say, like, there should be a button to do that. You figure they would have had all that programmed in. Oh. Oh, okay. Man, those things suck so much once you slow them down. Like, they really aren't that good. And I'm glad that you found a way to do it with controller as well. You know, I do think though, for someone like you, Seth, that because you mostly play on on consoles, that it would probably just be easier to remain under controls, and that does not shock me. I am a little surprised at the seeing of 4 bug or 5 bug in the top 16. But, you know, this is also the first week. I know people have been playtesting a ton of stuff. But I do think that this kind of shows us that Standard might have a lot of blue in it, and it might have a lot of blue in it for a little while yet. You know, it's hard to root against cards like the Fairy that are just so strong. And you know, I do think Esper's a thing. But I think with Esper though, it's just like, is Esper the best to Fairy list at this point? And I kind of want to say yeah. Oh yeah, and there was a modern classic too. Okay. But we always know with new meta come very, very restricted decks to start. I'm sure as people playtest more, you know, Esper, Bant, they could easily fall out of favor. Not to say they will, if anyone's watching and plays Magic. I don't want to scare anyone, but I definitely don't remember this part of the game. But that's okay though. It is occasionally fun to find new areas that you don't remember. Man, I hope we find another sniper just like this one. It fires so fast. The accuracy's good enough. Where's my shotgun? There we go. Man, this shotgun has been our saving grace for like 30% of this playthrough. As soon as we found this gun, we were just off to the races with it. This thing is so much stronger than just about every gun we picked up. Okay. And while I can't say for sure, I feel like we're pretty far along in this playthrough. I'm really not sure how much of the main game we have left to tackle in this playthrough. I mean, we put, I want to say, over 20 hours so far into our streaming of this game. I mean, it's super cool that we didn't beat it, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad that we got this much value so far out of Borderlands 1 again. And we got it for such a good deal, too. Little shout out to CD Keys for having Borderlands with all the DLC on sale for about $7. There we go. Probably the best $7 we'd spent in a while. Ah, there we go. And when it says World Prison, what color was it? Because I know people were mostly going Grixis with it. I'm curious to know if maybe they switched up the color wheel or not and they tried something else. Wow, and is normal. You never find good rocket launchers. I guess you kind of have to play Brick to get the full value out of them, maybe. What the hell? Okay. Clearly it doesn't look like I can stun them or slow them. It looks like once we get through their armor, they do crumble pretty easy. Oh, I thought that was going to be another sweet. I'm assuming it probably played things like the Kodak Shredder to win, just slow mill your opponent. A lot of those decks don't normally play really like quote-unquote win cons. They just kind of like bore you out of the game. Wow. Huh. Maybe like game one, he tried to force a scoop. Okay, well, clearly I'll look at it after stream. I think my phone's in the other room anyway. My battery has been getting really dumpy on my phone. It only lasts me about a day depending on what I do and do not with it. And it seems like I've been blowing through my battery like crazy. Well, those are both cheap. Those are both pretty. That's cheap as well. Okay. Because 18,000 is a lot more than not even 4 grand. I love hearing those guns fire. We gotta have something cheaper than that gun. Okay, so there was all 3 of those. See, that doesn't surprise me. You know, I feel like bolts.deck is just an okay place to be, and I know some people were kind of hoping with the banning of KCI that maybe decks like Jund would come back, and if Jund comes back, that's where Burn makes its move, because usually Burn is just quick enough to dunk on mid-range decks. So, oh, yeah, I can't say like, because I think Modern's going to be in a better place without KCI. But I think that the really sweet decks like Burn will come back, and I think frustrate players a little more. Yeah, well, at least we hit them on the way down. Oh, okay, so their belly is their weak point. See, I feel like some Burn players might be afraid that, like, it's not worth it because you're probably going something like, what does my shield do? 603? Wow. Yeah, we're not coming close to any of that. I think personally I'd probably rather go with the Rift Bolt, just because sacking your land with Shard Volley can be really, really dangerous for some decks. Not always, but there's going to be those games where you accidentally stiff yourself because you tossed a land. Oops. Though I do see the appeal to something like Shard Volley just because it is a 1-mana quote-unquote bolt. But I just think that knowing the way I play, and I like to be a little more cautious with Burn. Okay, what does this give me perks to? Radiance, Slayer, and Silent Resolve. Okay, so 2 perks I don't touch. So 3 perks I don't touch in exchange for extra electricity damage. We're just going to dump that. We're never going to use that. I feel like we've been sitting on that forever and we never touched it, so we're never gonna now. Nice. You know, that ability to slow them down really feels way too OP. At the rate their machine guns fire when they're slowed, it's pathetic. Oh, okay. That. I suppose the explosion damage isn't super great just because it just adds a little more basic damage, which isn't really. It's not probably where we want to be. Man, our back is feeling super sore today.
Steele has taken the key and is already on her way to the vault. Hey, for me, take the bitch
Really?
now.
No cash? Thanks, game. Did we just kill all the dudes out here? They just came back, huh? Whatever. It's a game all about grinding, so it's okay, I suppose. Now we should get over this just fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. I swear we were also just this way too. I feel like it's a trap. Okay, well clearly, we're not going that way, I guess. But it looks like we can. Hmm. Did I just get stuck? I think I just got stuck. Nope. Okay. Really? So that fall was just too far, huh? Weird. Wonder if I would have used my phase walk if I wouldn't have died there. I mean, I guess at this point the losing of the money's not too bad.
I'm guessing we have you to thank for that. If you need anything at all, remember to use the commerce. Look at you roll. I'm sure there's something helpful for you there, partner.
I do find it weird that, like I said, only one of the burn lists has the light up, but at the same time,
There's no time left. You must reach the vault by any means necessary. We will not get another opportunity in this lifetime.
I guess I can see, like I said, kind of having to waste an opportunity to bolt to potentially draw. But I also think, like, the early turns of the game, you're okay with just getting through your deck. Because then you have, 4 to 5 cards in hand. You're continually sculpting what you're doing after that. I don't see a problem with that. But it also depends on the colors too, because like I think mono red needed the most help, and now mono red I think is kind of in my opinion, like the clear-cut winner for the burn decks. It got so many pieces. Now I know this is a trap. We got stuck like this the last couple of times we played in this section. And I feel like we shouldn't be getting stuck here all the time. Where are we trying to go to here? Oh, we're actually trying to go to the vault. Oh. Wow, then our playthrough is coming to an end really quick here, I think. At least of the main story. That's kind of nice. I think that's kind of a cool positive. I also think that's cool too because if newer players want to kind of hold some people's hands and kind of walk them through some of the harder stuff, like that is nice. It's a small thing, but that's pretty cool. Especially because I feel like if they just did what they did this weekend, and then like you essentially got to go through it again, I don't really know how excited I'd be to have to like unlock more stuff. Because we found some pretty good guns today. Boom. There we go. Okay, we will find our way out of here as this happens again. Okay, where am I trying to go? Exactly. Okay. this way. Okay. Oh, we're getting shot from everywhere, so our sniper's probably not going to be super good here. This way. Well, I mean, I would just say, like, time to grind more magic, pause, wait, like, for now. You essentially have a few days to get your stuff back going. But you know, it's been a while since I've been really excited for a new IP's game, and after playing just a little bit, I'm pretty hyped for Anthem to come out. I know it's gonna have problems. I know I'm not gonna be happy with those problems, but that is how game with online components go. There's going to be issues, and there's gonna be really bad, you know, things for a while. But my body is ready. My body is so ready. Well, I don't even remember this part either. The Descent? Oh yeah, this has all the aliens. Yay.
The hourglass is on the last few grains of sand. You must reach the vault by any means necessary. We will not get another opportunity like this in your lifetime.
Oh damn.
Longer by the minute.
Okay, at least those guys are pretty fragile. Hard to believe we've already, like, pretty much already gone through Borderlands 1 again, man. It felt so good. I know we're getting closer to the end here, but phew, all the good memories. I think the last skill point, yeah, is going to go into the snail, and then next vote. Our next skill point will be a vote as to where it goes. Okay. Just gotta get through their armor and then they fall over right away.
I'm really good at this.
just love all the impaled lance workers, like rough. You guys totes got dunked on and essentially for nothing. Like, that sucks. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we go down the hard way. I was actually going to try to leave the lance guys alone, the soldiers, because they appear to help us, but that's not how they wanted it. So we don't. Oh, I thought I had him there. There we go. Where'd that other one go? There it is. There it is. I just love sort of how at the end how crazy this game gets with, like, randomly out of nowhere, you know. We've touched on aliens a little earlier. Yeah, surprise aliens. Kind of a weird story twist for this game, but oh, break that shot. Okay, well, someone else took him down. Right on. Get out of here with that weak sauce, dog. Come on. That's it. We'll just do this the easy way. Feeling like pretty soon here we're going to be out of loot spaces again. And we are out now. So in the middle of this crazy alien fight here, let's dump some stuff. We're not going to worry about the skill point right now. Let's just try to get some more fat loot going on here. I definitely did not want to dump that one shield. Where's it at? Yeah, there we go. Oh, we sound like Donkey Kong, brother, man. Get out of here with that weak sauce. Okay. Oh no. That indeed almost wrecked us. And we up. You know, we never really did find a solid SMG in this entire playthrough. And like our character is the one that's kind of designated to use them. And we just never found any decent ones. That's so sad. You know, you find the one early on, and then after that it's just like dookie SMGs. Uh-oh. That's gonna cost us some money. Okay, let's try this again, and this time how about we don't fall down, go boom. I think I'm going backwards, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, we went way back. Well, I guess not too bad. We were fighting for a while. Well, we gotta check out the loot chest. Yeah, we gotta dump some stuff here because that's worth way more monies. 33 is trash. 40 is trash. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you want. I know for a fact we're almost near the end of the initial playthrough here. I think we're about to actually go into the vault. Or we're dang close. No! Ah! Again. We fell down, go boom again. And the box is reset today? Oh, well then, psh, that's like not even a question at that point. Actually, no, I think they reset on Monday or Tuesday. Because usually their updates come out on Tuesdays. You'd actually want to... Oh, they did? Okay. Good, good. Now hopefully this time, we don't just fall down, go boom again for the third time in a row. Super kawaii. So what we got going on here? Ooh. Ah, we got an achievement. Sadly, you can't see it when the achievements spring up because my face cam's in the way. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Them dudes are bosses. And he is absolutely correct. Because Anthem has been pretty spectacular so far. Oh, damn. I can't believe they shut them down at 6. That just seems like such an early dump time to shut the servers down. See, I feel bad because, again, I didn't get swatted down with any issues. I had no problems. Like, you know, I'm aware that they're a thing, and I was playing with you, so I saw them. Didn't get touched by them. I think we got really lucky on that. But no, the game is super good. Yeah, it's kind of a simplistic shooter, but I don't need anything mind-blowing. Like, one of the games that I really wanted to get when it was initially announced was Lawbreakers. But after really watching the videos on it, like, I know it kind of went away now. But for me, it just looked too fundamentally skilled for me to actually be able to play it well. I'm pretty sure for the beta, you know, they just didn't have enough. The servers weren't up right and all that stuff, so like, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen, you know. I mean, how many games come out with flawless demos or betas when they're online games? That just doesn't happen. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. Oh, wish you guys would drop down a little more. The arena beta. Nah, because that had an online component. And that was not perfect. They're still having problems with it now. I love how quickly we get our special bag. Like, that is so nice. Here's where we get up. Dude's getting hectic now. What's going on here? What's good, guys? What's good? What's happening? Damn, this dude got so much health. There we go. Alright guys, you gotta stop. You guys suck. Stop flying. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. I guess when there's not so many duders floating around, they're not too hard to hit. Love how this game at the end, this has been total chaos so far for us. There we go. I like how their wings just kind of fall off, like, that's so messed up. Oh no. And of course we're probably near nobody. Yup. Yeah, we're not even gonna take shots at that. We'll just accept our death here. Take that time to get a swig of sadness in. Damn. Almost lost $127,000 for getting dunked on. That sucks. Oh well, I guess good thing we really haven't spent our money. But when new Vault Hunter mode rolls around, that's where we're gonna want all them fat stacks. Damn it. There we go. Oh, I'm out of ammo for it? Alright. That's gonna make killing these things a little harder, but that's fine. I guess once you get through their armor, they really are a pushover. You just gotta have that gun to push through it, I guess. And I know we don't have to fight them, but I really want the experience going into the final guy. Because if we're struggling this bad here, that final boss coming up is just going to destroy us. What? Am I getting hit from? Oh. Can we actually maybe find a decent SMG? I'm gonna say probably not, it's a trap, but we're gonna pick it up. And we're actually gonna replace it with our sniper for now since we're out of sniper shots. And hopefully, it's really spicy. Hopefully. It had some lettering, what makes me happy. It had the red words, so hopefully it does something really sweet. It did say ultimate close quarters weapon, so maybe it fires like crazy or something. I don't know, that doesn't seem very good to me. Really, game? Like, for real? I mean, I guess if we can literally take a dude down for a clip, that's not the worst. But I'm not seeing the power of this gun. Okay, at least want to hit that save point. Come on, game. Don't do me dirty. Hey, we actually killed him, I think, too, because the music stopped. Unlucky. Well, seeing as how this SMG is booty, I think we're gonna put on. Yeah, at least we clipped that checkpoint. That was really nice to hit that there. Re-put our sniper back on, cause like. Well, I was out of sniper shots. That's why I turned it off. And this thing's oddly like inaccurate from a distance for some reason. Is there any more loot boxes around here with ammo? Damn, there's dudes everywhere now. When all else fails, you can't just run through everything. That dude got grenaded right on the dome. God, there's so many guys around here. I don't remember there being this many guys in this last part of the game. This is insane. I at least want to take some of the dudes out, try to get some more experience. Okay, we found some sniper shells. Found some more sniper shells. Okay. That is not gonna work like that. Nah. Soldiers for scrubs. This problem is this sniper's also a little inaccurate. Like the damage on it is monstrous. But that 95 accuracy I want to say it has is terrible for a sniper. Like there's so many better things we could find that have better accuracy than that, but hey, an unopened loot. We're okay with that. Yeah. Oh yeah? Okay. Lightning never strikes the same place twice, but it can... Huh. I feel like this is gonna be like a shotgun or something. What the hell was that noise?
Used all my ammo.
That seems awful. We're immediately putting that away. Man, alien guns suck. So much bootay. Okay, now let's figure out here what we did wrong. Ooh, girl, another one. Damn. Those things are so hard to damage. I mean, it does have high damage, but like, I guess it'll replace our shotgun. I just feel like that might be one of those trap weapons. Okay, let's see here. So we're clearly not going that way. So really, we went this way for absolutely no reason. Here. We can try that new gun on this dude. Where'd it go? I mean, I guess. I guess give it time to recharge and that'll be okay. Not overly busted, but that's okay, that's fine. Ooh, we about to get another level. No! Yes! Every shot with a sniper is so precious in this playthrough. At least this section of the map. Alright, so this hunk of junk is recharged. Yeah. I still wish they would have done a little bit more with the alien weapons in this game. Like, they really didn't touch on them enough. The idea of them is cool. But are you talking about for the shotgun?
The reason you're here. I guided you to this point and you've done so well. Know that you are ready for this.
Alright, so you get 2 shots.
I believe in you. You can do this.
But we did absolutely decimate that dude. Oh no. No, 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 no. Yeah, them do look pretty clean. Alright, so that gun might be really strong. At least it's doing work here. That's all that matters. Oh yeah. Wait, was that? Wow, we completely bricked that. Let that charge up a little bit. Alright, so it doesn't work too well against the badass ones. This dude's probably gonna destroy us here. There we go. That's right, our shield is even slow regenerating health. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If I remember right, the electric was force shield because it like immediately went through it. Or maybe that was corrosive. Alright, so since we're about to probably go into the last mission of the game here, we have one last skill point to use. Are we going to put it into striking to increase our melee chance to have daze? Dramatic entrance for our phase blast and daze. Hard to get, decrease our cooldown on our phase walk. Increase our resilience to specialty damage. Deal shock damage when phase walking. Increase our movement speed when we kill things. Venom adds corrosive damage to our melee attacks. We got increases our critical hit damage. Or silent reserve. Alright, Venom it is. Here we go.
You have failed to listen to Commandant Steele. I've warned you time and again, yet you persist on ignoring my orders. The contents of the vault are rightfully the property of the Atlas Group.
Gosh, she looks like Scotty from Smite.
You belong to me. Yes, the key works. Sergeant, get your team ready to go inside.
Get dunked on. Yeah, she kind of looks like that too. Because when you think Borderlands 1,
Don't give up.
you think of big giant spooky monsters.
In its own realm, but in this reality, it cannot survive without a host. That makes
If I remember right, the weak spot was on his
When it
back.
becomes flesh
It's up by that
and blood,
eyeball.
it can be hurt, even killed. You just need to know where to aim.
I don't remember if you could destroy the hands or not. I don't feel like it was worth it. That's how you destroy the hands. I don't feel like we're getting up here. We have to get some really lucky shots on one of the tentacles, and we're not. Damn. Yeah, this part might be a little hard, but we're gonna plow through this here. We have to. And if I remember it too, every time we die, I think his health resets. Oh, that's good. Well, at least we're finally getting some shots in. Okay. No! See, I don't think we can get up now. I feel like we just wrecked ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're just done here. I don't think there's anything for us to kill when we go down. I feel like we gotta do this in one clean shot. Speaking that, we're gonna start running out of ammo for stuff soon. Okay, let's think about this. Well, I guess we'll put this hunk of junk on for now. And yeah, you're probably right, that'd probably be a pretty good move. body doesn't appear to be doing anything this time. But I guess that's okay. Switch this piece of crap. Just throw shots downwind here. Not necessarily waste our SMG shots, but take out his appendages that way, I think, is the way to do it. Did he seriously drop ammo? Oh, yeah! Well, some shots are better than no shots. And this should do it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Thanks, Totoro. Thanks for falling over on me, boyo.
Opened the vault! I'm sorry I couldn't warn you about what was in it. But for you to be there to stop it, it couldn't have unfolded any other way. You did well, and your actions haven't gone unrewarded. The key won't open the vault for another 200 years, but I'm sure Tanis will pay you quite the fortune for it. Now go. I'll be watching.
Ooh, but check me out. Oh, come on, get down.
I'm kind of sad I forgot that you don't fight him on the initial playthrough. That's okay though. So, to beat Borderlands 1 by ourselves, we did 6 streams total. I want to say it took us about 22 hours to get through the initial playthrough, not including any of the DLC or the hard mode. It feels good. It's another game that we've completed on stream. Though I don't know if I really want to count the Healthful Boyfriend. That was hard to say. That was really like a game. And just like that, it's over. Well, where's my fan? I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Part of me wants to stay. I feel like if we were to end the stream now, that we at least went out and we beat this game. And that's like a good stopping point. Because then we can pick up from one of the DLCs, go into like the Ned or something. I'm gonna let the credits roll first before I make any decisions. If maybe it puts us back on like the arid Badlands where we started, I'll just sell my stuff off quick, and then I think maybe we'll just wrap this up. Yeah, it was a shorter stream, but we beat it, you know? We put our 22, 24 hours into it to go through the main story. Um, we will be going through the DLCs. I'm just so happy. I love this game. That ending, though, for anyone who's been watching this stream, if you just caught the ending of it, the ending is such a letdown. And it does leave the game open-ended at the end, which I guess is nice because like there's no definitive end. But it does feel bad that it just kind of ends like that. We can't really tell you what happened, but just know like it's gonna be better. Cause we know that. And it's also weird too, cause this game makes no reference of like Handsome Jack, who's supposed to be the ultimate bad guy. And there's just so little story here. But I just love the game. I think that it's a beautiful game. To me, it still holds up. Yeah, I knew where everything was for the most part in this playthrough, but I think this game kind of holds the test of time. We had a lot of fun with it. I wouldn't have changed anything. For anyone here who actually stayed from the start, like, super cool. I'm glad you caught almost, if not all of it. I just feel that the ending of this game is just so bad. Like, if they never would have made a number 2, oof. This would not have been a way to start and end your franchise. At all. But clearly you can tell throughout this game that this game is their little labor of love. The company, the people who made it cared about what they were making. And I think it shows. I'm actually super happy to have gone through it again. Oh. Well, the sad thing is we can't actually loot anything. Oh, I thought that was an SMG. Where's my sniper? Oh, well, of course, look at that poopy. Oh, wait, no. Where's my sniper? Did I shut it off? Yeah, I guess I did. Well, we'll quickly loot this stuff up. We'll float our way back to town. We'll turn some stuff in. Sort of get it prepped to get ready for another playthrough. And I think by another playthrough, everyone knows what I mean. Start hitting up the DLCs. Like I said, for anyone here from the beginning, I'm super glad you were here. I appreciate it. What? You gotta be a hunter to use that for reals game? That was the epic fat loot you left me. It was something for a G-dang hunter. Brutal. Where do we turn the mission in at? Rust Commons. So for now, we're just going to float to the middle of nowhere quick. Dump off our stuff. sell all of our junk. Hmm. Oh. So it appears as though my sound cut out, and I don't appear to be hearing anything anymore. At least from my game. So actually what we'll do is we'll sell off our Duke. I actually want to compare that to the sniper I have been using. .91 accuracy on the sniper we were using. That's why we were missing so many shots all the time. But the damage on it was huge. The damage on it definitely carried us for a while. We're going to sell that. We're going to equip the sniper. I'm still trying to figure out why the sound cut out. Like, that to me seems weird. Right? And we can't go any higher yet? No? Okay. So, we sold all of our chuff. We got to turn that mission in. So I think this is a good point to stop here. Because this will carry us into our next playthrough, at least through the DLCs. So, a little shorter stream tonight, but we had a long day, so I don't feel too bad about it. I want to thank everybody who came out. I'm glad, for anyone who got to see the whole playthrough, that's cool. If you didn't, we will upload the rest of the chunks up onto the YouTube channel. Probably within the next couple days here. So that'll all be up there. We will then start our playthrough of the DLCs next weekend. And for those excited for more magic action, we will be coming back at you tomorrow with some arena. We will look at some of the SCG decks and maybe try to shuffle those up, play test what was good from the top 8, and go from there. So I want to thank everyone again for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough of Borderlands 1, at least the main story. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Peace.